Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. So in today's video we do have a lot to talk about, and we are first going to be talking about Dembele, then moving on to Trincao, then after that we will be talking about Ansu Fati, and lastly we will be talking about Neymar Jr. So there is a lot to uncover, a lot is going on right now, and so we are first going to be starting with Dembele. And it says here, according to Javi Miguel, Dembele participated in today's training match and there is a good feeling for now. If they qualify for Lisbon, Dembele could help them. Griezmann also completed the session, and so there's a lot of focus going on Dembele right now, and I think that many people are actually focusing on Dembele's return, because I believe that this is not just a Dembele return. I think that this is going to be Dembele's last chance in FC Barcelona, and I'm not saying this will be Dembele's last chance to stay at this club, but I think that if Dembele does get injured within these next 2 or 3 months, Barcelona will move on and they will be looking for other players to replace Dembele. Because it has been 3 years now, Dembele has yet to make an official statement at this club that he does deserve to be in that starting 11. And so with Dembele coming back right now, Dembele has a point to prove, and so the excitement is going to be extremely high when he does come back. And I think that the reason why so many fans are excited with Dembele's return is because he is the answer to our problems. And what I mean by the answers to our problems, I mean like the last time Barcelona did play against Napoli, one of our biggest issues was that we had no width. We were playing very central. The only way we could get through the box is through the middle, and we needed options like on the right wing or left wing, which was something that we did not have in that game. And that's basically the reason why we struggled. And I think that over the course of these past 3 to 4 months, really analyzing what Barcelona had to go through against Napoli, everyone was aware and became aware that Dembele is the answer for us to get through Napoli. And so now that we are seeing Dembele train with the other players alongside Lionel Messi, Semedo, De Jong, Sergio Roberto, this is a really good indicator telling us that Dembele could be participating in the match against Napoli, or maybe if we progress, maybe even against Bayern Munich. And so we are going to continue to see Dembele recover. Everything is going well, everything is going as planned, and now we are just waiting for the green light. We want Barcelona, the club, to really give that green light to Dembele, and hopefully we get to see Antoine Griezmann, Lenglet, and Dembele participate in this year's UCL. And just to confirm, it says here, according to Helena, it was clear that Antoine Griezmann will be ready for Napoli, and Lenglet has also recovered. And so everyone is coming back just in time for the match against Napoli. There is so much to discuss when it comes to how Barcelona should approach Napoli in this coming Saturday, which will be in another video that I will be talking about, which is the match between Barcelona and Napoli. So be sure to stay tuned for that pre-match preview. So now moving on to some transfer news, and we are going to be talking about Trincao. And so Trincao is a player that is expected to arrive in FC Barcelona within these next 2 or 3 weeks. So he is coming very soon. He has finished his season with his previous club, and many people have described this player as a generational talent. And so before we get into the news of Trincao, I do quickly want to announce that the transfer window has opened. It is open. Barcelona can sell players, they can bring in players. This transfer window is going to be very busy, and this transfer window that just opened today will close on October 3rd or the 4th. And so now with that being said, let's move on to the news of Trincao. So it says here, according to Fabrizio Romano, one of the most reliable journalists in football, if not the most reliable journalist, has stated this: the English club that is trying to get Francisco Trincao from Barcelona is Leicester City. The first bid was a loan with obligation to buy for 50 million euros. Still no agreement with Barcelona, and many clubs are interested, but talks are on. Atalanta are not in the race at the moment. Okay, so let's stop right there, because he did point out some other details about this potential transfer, but we are going to stop there. So why on earth would Barcelona want to get rid of Trincao? Because we have just heard reports about Barcelona going to reject every offer or every bid that does come towards this club for Trincao. And now that we are hearing that Barcelona are willing to consider letting go of Trincao just so they can regain funds, is absolutely crazy to hear. And this makes me question, like, has there been a change of plans from the sporting directors? Because maybe they might be looking at this and say, you know what, this player is worth a lot of money. We can make some profit off of this player, and our club does need money. I think that the best idea idea would be to sell this player and get the players that we actually do want to get. That is my biggest fear of what I think that these sporting directors, whoever works in that department, are saying. And so Fabrizio continued to say, Barcelona are not minded to sell, but they are desperate to raise funds. And if players they want to move on, such as Felipe Coutinho and Dembele, do not go, they will consider a deal for Trincao. And that's one of my biggest fears, right? Is that what if we don't sell Vidal this summer? What if we don't sell Rakitic in this summer, or Umtiti, or maybe even Dembele, like we have heard before? Because going back to Rakitic, there has been a report that came out about 3 to 4 hours ago that Sevilla is not able to meet the demands of what Barcelona is asking for Ivan Rakitic. And so that is what I'm talking about. What if we don't sell these players? What if the only option to gain funds is Trincao? And so could this change the course of Trincao's future with FC Barcelona? And the reason why this makes me so nervous, right? I know that we have heard multiple times that Trincao is a untouchable in the eyes of FC Barcelona, but the reason why it makes me so nervous is because we have done this before. We have brought in young players, barely played them, and then sell them to a club for massive profit. For example, Todibo. Todibo was brought into the club for 1 million euros, and now he is on the market as we speak for 25 million euros. So I would not be surprised if Barcelona even consider selling Trincao for 60 million or 55 million euros. It has also been reported that Wolves are also a club that's interested in Trincao. And to be honest, now hearing this, I think that Trincao is slowly becoming one of the most demanded players in FC Barcelona. And Romano ended with this: Leicester City faced significant competition for the Portugal under-21 international, who is left-footed and usually plays on the wing. Atalanta have been linked with him, but it is understood that the Italian club are not in the running at the moment. And so look, in my opinion, I think that it would be absurd to let go of a player like Trincao. Now, I know that we make it seem like every young player is here to take over the position of Lionel Messi. I understand how we overhype these players, but if we give this situation some context, right? What this club is looking for right now is to de-age their squad. I think that everyone in the board of FC Barcelona and us fans want that. And the reason why we do want to de-age is because we want to get this club ready for life after Lionel Messi. And simply, this club needs a overhaul. And so I think that it will be very contradictory to sell Trincao, knowing that you want to make this club great again and bring young players and make these players put this club in a position where we can compete at the highest level. And so if we sell Trincao for more profit, this will be a player that has not played a single game with FC Barcelona yet. This is a player who has been contracted with Barcelona until 2025. And so with that being said, Trincao must stay. He must stay at FC Barcelona. We have not even tried him on the field, nor gave him a preseason with Barcelona. And I understand that Drinkau is going to be facing very tough competition in this club because he does play right wing, so he could be competing against Lionel Messi and Dembele. But that is the whole point. That is what brings healthy competition. We want healthy competition in FC Barcelona because that is what Barcelona really do need right now. We need these players to fight for a spot in the starting 11. That is exactly what the club needs. And that is what's going to make this club great again. And so that is why I say Trincao must stay. Even if Trincao does not become a star player in the first season, we must give Trincao a chance with this club. And so whatever happens, I will be announcing it here in this YouTube channel when it comes to Trincao's future. So now moving on to more exciting news, we are going to be talking about Ansu Fati. And according to Miguel Rico, he has stated Ansu Fati will be a first team player next season, and that will activate the improvement clause he has set in his contract. It will go from 170 million euros to 400 million euros. And so first things first, this improvement clause is fully deserved. I think that Ansu Fati fully deserves every pay raise, a better contract, and be given more attention by this club. And I honestly think that Ansu Fati should never join Barcelona B again. Ansu Fati is more than capable to be in that starting 11 next season. And this is a player that Barcelona currently do have, that if he's placed with the right players, if he's trained right, if he's mentored right, he does have potential to enter in the top 10 players in the world within 3 to 4 years time. And in order to do that, Ansu Fati must be surrounded by the right players. Like I said before, he must be surrounded with the likes of Griezmann, Suarez, Messi, De Jong, Busquets. Those are the players that Fati must be surrounded with, because the ceiling for Ansu Fati is through the roof. I am absolutely excited to see what's going to go on with Fati in the next season and what he can bring to the table. And so I really do hope that with this improvement clause that he's going to have in the next season, I hope that his minutes also improve, because if there was one player that I believe can take this club to UCL glory again, it would be Ansu Fati. And so when this does end up being official and Ansu Fati does get that improvement clause and becomes an official first team player, again, we will be announcing it here in this channel, and we will be discussing how should Ansu Fati move forward with FC Barcelona and how should Barcelona utilize Ansu Fati to get the best from this player. And look, I think that because of Ansu Fati's presence in Barcelona, he's basically the reason why I do not want Neymar Jr. to come to this club. And that is where we are going to move forward to next. We are going to be talking about Neymar Jr. because what Neymar Jr. said a couple of hours ago really did make many Barcelona fans question and say, maybe Neymar might actually stay at PSG and maybe Neymar should stay at that club. And so this is what he had to say. I believe that today I live my best moment in Paris. We form a family on behalf of the greater objective we have ahead of us. We want to mark this season with the Champions League because we will fight for this, because we were never so close. And that is where the media question, is Neymar finally happy at PSG? Is Neymar just going to go down as a PSG legend? Because we have seen Neymar win multiple trophies with PSG. We see him laugh with Mbappe on the field. And we finally heard the official statement from President Bartomeu that he does not plan on bringing Neymar Jr. in this summer because it would simply not be ideal economically. So here's the thing, right? I want to point out a quote that Neymar did say 10 to 12 months back that's really going to give us an idea of where Neymar's head is at the moment. So back on October 2019, after the failure of bringing Neymar Jr. back to FC Barcelona, Neymar Jr. said this: I am happy here. I am a player for this club, a professional, and I am going to give my best for PSG. I will give 100% and I will try to help the club win games and trophies, especially the Champions League. And so this is the exact same quote Neymar did just say 3 to 4 hours ago. Literally nothing has changed. So what we are hearing today is something that is not new. And so let's continue. I understand how the fans feel, but I ask them to understand me too. When you're not happy, whatever job you do, you try to leave and to make a change. That is what I wanted to do, but in the end I stayed, and like I said, I will do the best I can, which is basically him saying that, okay, fine, if I'm going to stay, I have no other choice but to try and give my best towards this team. I do want to go to Barcelona, but since I cannot go to that club, I'm just going to suck it up and give whatever I got on the field and maybe try in the next transfer window. And so that is basically what I'm trying to say when it comes to this statement that he did put out a couple of hours ago. Like, of course you're going to say that. You're under contract. You are a PSG player. You are headed towards the UCL. You want to give those positive feelings in that club. We have also heard reports of PSG asking Neymar for his commitment until at least after the UCL tournament is over. Then PSG can negotiate with Barcelona and try to figure out a way to make it easier for Barcelona to bring back Neymar Jr. So don't be surprised when PSG is knocked out or when they win the Champions League to hear that right after that, Neymar wants to move back to FC Barcelona. And could FC Barcelona bring Neymar Jr. back in? That's a whole completely different story, a whole completely different problem. But final conclusion, this statement here that Neymar did say means absolutely nothing. But that'll be it for today's Barcelona Daily News. Again, I want to give that announcement that the transfer window is open. Many players will be leaving Barcelona and many players could be coming towards this club in this summer. We will be hearing massive news on Neymar Jr. and Lautaro Martinez and Eric Garcia and Dest and Alaba and many other players within these next 5 to 6 weeks, and we will be talking about that here in this channel, discussing how we feel. Does this make sense? Is this the right player to fit in FC Barcelona? All of those questions are going to be answered here in this channel, so be sure to like, subscribe, comment. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. I'm happy that you are here, and I will see you guys in the next video.